Okay, quick question. What word do you think of when I say Daniel Boone, Neil Armstrong, Elon Musk? Can you think of one? I can. I'd say pioneers. Are you a pioneer? Am I? Hard to say right now, but ladies, I'm thinking we're going to be as AI is here and we aren't quite ready. Let's talk. Hi, welcome. I'm Leslee, and you're at Lost in Wonder. Around here, we encourage you to recognize getting lost doesn't have to be a fearful thing. Getting lost in confusion, getting lost in despair, that can be a problem. But let's get lost in wonder. Let's get curious about what's out there beyond us. Let's take steps to grow in our confidence so that we can be courageous women stepping into this new future that is looking pretty crazy. I had to pause today and just jump on here. I've been watching and listening and interacting with people about AI. And as women who've watched things like, oh, what could we say, 8-track tapes, Men on the Moon, uh, CD players, and of course, coming closer, those chunky, clunky things that were computers back in the day, and the funny little wee, 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 wee we'd hear when we try to get online, and just now where we are with our constant companion in our pocket. We call it a phone, but how often do we use it for talking on? It is crazy. We've lived through a lot, ladies. So listen, it's time to get ready for the next adventure, the next frontier, because we are going to be pioneers in this new frontier that no one has seen before. And we're all going to be going into it together. There is no stopping what's going on with AI. And what do? Well, a lot of us, a lot of people, we become frightened. It's new, it's daunting, it's confusing, it's well beyond what we can figure out. And it's not in our day to day. It seems like it's out there somewhere else. And I don't want to be bothered. I think we need to look at it differently because that happened with the internet, right? Oh, it's probably not going to be a big deal. I'm going to stick with my books. The libraries, they were the ones with the computers. The libraries were the ones loaning out DVDs, and the books kind of got smaller as the computer space got larger, as the DV shelves got fuller. I remember that. And so I'm here to say, let's take a few minutes to face the challenge that's coming. Let's learn about this. Let's engage. Let's not fear. So, here are a few things to do. I've talked already about when there's a situation that finds you confused or disoriented or lost. What can we do? Let's get curious. Let's not be afraid. Let's wonder. Pursue information, engagement, different ways to look at things. Remember, we are made to be stressed. Interesting, right? As we say, we want to be curious and we want to wonder. That takes effort because it pushes us beyond the comfort zone. As hard as it is, it's how we're designed. Do you know, as I was listening to a gentleman talk about the AI wave, tsunami more than a wave, he was talking about how the world will change in such a way that it'll be a utopia. And he started talking about an experiment done with mice where they were given their own utopia. What do you think happened? They died. Yeah, a couple years down the road, and there was not a lot of purpose there. I think off the top of my head, I remember an experiment or a study or documentation on prisoners, I think prisoners of war, and the futility of what they were doing, except if they had hope beyond what they were doing. It seemed futile, it seemed like it was hopeless, and yet if they were able to see beyond the hopelessness. So here's a couple kind of different scenarios, and yet there's a common denominator. When we get everything we want, we still can't survive. We won't make it. When we get put in a situation that we are trapped and out of control, the same thing. We lose hope. We become despairing. So we lose hope and become discouraged and despondent if we get everything. We can lose hope and be discouraged if we lose everything. What's going on? How do we look at those situations? How can we recognize, wait a minute, there is hope beyond what I'm seeing right now. There's hope beyond what I'm seeing. So in this scary situation where we might have everything we want, and in another sense, it'll never be the same. We won't have what we want. Our lives will be different. What can we do? We can be curious. That is like having hope. That is looking beyond where we are, being interested. Take some steps to get familiar with AI and what's happening. Start learning because it's coming. Get confident. As you get curious, learn, interact, talk to other people, try some things out, and gain confidence because it's coming. Build your courage. You can do this. You are a pioneer. You have pioneered through things that other people haven't. You've stepped into new frontiers that other people wouldn't. You have this, but you have to remember that you have this. You have to look beyond what you see, beyond the right now, beyond the tsunami that's coming. And as a pioneer, step up. Remember what you've done before. Get curious, get confident, get courageous, and find that new path, guiding others with you. Ladies, that's a key part of me coming to you. We need to help those younger than us. We need to help those who haven't traveled as far as we have. We need to be here to support and encourage and be that calm in the coming storm. Imagine if you're out on the frontier and something dreadful happens and everyone around you is panicked and screaming and running and only taking care of themselves. The frontier is where we need each other, right? We need to support each other. We need to go prepared. But like I talk about, we can be as prepared as we can be. We'll never anticipate everything coming. But that's okay. That's why we build resilience. That's why we look around again in wonder, ask questions, grow our confidence and courage so we don't get lost in fear. We don't get lost in panic. We don't get lost in despair. We get lost in wonder. We see that God is up to things in this world. He has not left us. He has not abandoned us. These hard things are for our good. And even though the moment is unpleasant, later on, good things will come. We don't know what they are. But I encourage you to look back and remember things that you were afraid of and how you got through them and how good things came of those fearful situations. You were a pioneer before. It's time to be a pioneer again, ladies. Get lost in wonder and step forward courageously into this new AI frontier that is coming. And we'll talk again real soon.